Okay, good morning, everyone.
Good
Good
morning.
morning, ma'am.
Good morning, ma'am. Good morning, ma'am.
So, this little bit portion is left, okay? Otherwise, your syllabus is done. Only the enzymes, that is also very small part, and you can expect only like small answers, not short answers from this part, okay? Not long answers will not come. So, enzymes. What are enzymes? Have you heard of enzymes? While discussing about micromolecule and macromolecule biomolecules, no, we discuss about proteins, right? We discuss about proteins. So enzymes are proteins. Okay, enzymes are proteins that are in our body that is present in our body. Okay, I'll give you an example. Like there are enzymes in saliva. Saliva, all of you know, there is a salivary gland in your mouth. So there is saliva, right? While discussing about digestion, I discussed about saliva, right? So that saliva, they have enzymes. Two enzymes that are present in saliva. What are those two enzymes? I discussed already. What are the two enzymes present in saliva? Well, last class only I discussed about digestion. Then I told about the enzymes that is present in saliva. Two types of enzymes present in saliva, which plays an important role in digestion of starch. Digestion of starch, one, and the second plays it acts as antibacterial agent, or it helps from infection. Second one. First one was it helps to digest starch. What was the enzyme? See, if you forget things like this, no, it will be very difficult. The enzyme is present in saliva. See, when I teach, do you guys listen? Otherwise, No one remembers out of all the people, no one remembers. Hmm? Okay, in saliva there are two enzymes known as salivary amylase and lysozyme. Discussed already, right? Salivary amylase helps in the digestion of starch. That is why we get that sweet starch into maltose, right? Maltose form of sugar. So we get that sweet taste after we chew rice for some time because rice has starch. That one discussed already. So enzymes are protein. They are proteins. Okay, they are proteins that are present in our body. And what happens is that they have in every enzyme there is a substrate binding site. Okay, just remember this. In every enzyme there is a substrate binding site. Means there is a thing called substrate. So that substrate will come and bind with the enzyme. There is a binding site in every enzyme. Okay, in each enzyme or in every enzyme there is a binding site. Means another thing can come and join itself to it. Okay, that is known as the substrate binding site. And the thing that comes and joins to the enzyme, that is known as the substrate. See, here you can see. First, the substrate binds. Okay, just give me a second. Okay, so that substrate, there is a substrate binding site in every enzyme. Okay, in each enzyme there will be a substrate binding site, and that what to say, the substrate, they will come and bind to the site. Okay, site means there is a place in the enzyme surface of the enzyme. So there is a place and there will be the substrate, and substrate will come and bind with the enzyme. Okay, that is known as substrate binding site. So okay, before that, what is the function of an enzyme? I have mentioned two enzymes, right? The salivary amylase. Okay, let's take the salivary amylase. So salivary amylase is an enzyme present in saliva, right? What is the function of salivary amylase? It helps in digestion, which means it plays a role in digestion. No, it does not digest the entire food. It plays a little bit part in digestion, which means what to say? It will make the digestion process a little bit fast. No, otherwise, see, without the starch, without starch being digested, it will take little bit less, more time. No, when the starch got digested by the salivary amylase, that is an enzyme, the digestion process is one step ahead. No, so the function of an enzyme is that it, what to say, it makes the reaction, whatever reaction is digestion, that is a chemical reaction going on inside your body, right? Chemical reaction. Why chemical reaction? Because all these enzymes and everything, those are chemicals only. Okay, so the chemical reaction that is going on inside your body, that becomes faster with the help of an enzyme. So function of an enzyme is that with the help of an enzyme, the chemical reaction, it goes faster. Okay, and without, just imagine, without the salivary amylase, the starch will not get digested and it will take more time for digestion to take place. Okay, and since the salivary amylase played its part, therefore digestion is one step ahead and it is faster. Okay, same for other enzymes also. In the stomach also there is enzymes, and in intestine also there are enzymes, right? So the function of an enzyme is that it makes the chemical reaction, to fast, to means to fasten up, or you can say to go faster. Okay, so now what is the function of the substrate? What is the function of the substrate? The function of the substrate is that normally an enzyme will go at a speed, right? It will go at a speed means it will function at a speed, right? it will function means it will make the chemical reactions, all those at a particular speed. But when a substrate it comes and binds with the enzyme, the reaction will become more faster. Okay, the reaction will become more fast. When the substrate it comes and joins with the enzyme, that is in the substrate binding site that is present in the enzyme, when the substrate and enzyme will come and join together, then the chemical reaction will be even faster. All right, so see, this just for understanding. Okay, no questions will come from here. All just 1 mark question might come, like what is substrate, where do the substrate binds with the enzyme. You can write substrate binding site like that. Only 1 mark question might come from this part. No long questions will come. So from this nature of enzyme and nature of enzyme action and all. Okay, just for your understanding, I am explaining this. See, first the enzyme is there. E for enzyme, S for substrate. First the enzyme is there, then substrate is there, right? So enzyme and substrate it joins. It joins and form the enzyme and substrate complex. Okay, enzyme substrate complex means it is when the enzyme and substrate it joins, it forms this complex. Okay, and when the enzyme is formed joined with the substrate, it will form the reaction, right? Like for salivary amylase, when it forms the reaction salivary amylase, it will convert starch into maltose. So maltose is the product, right? Maltose is the product. Therefore, so this substrate when it binds, it will fasten up the reaction, and then the product will be formed. Okay, that is the enzymes will be also there, the product will be also there. Enzyme will also be there and the product will also be there. Then the enzyme and product will separate. Okay, and that enzyme will again go for another doing being engaging in another action. Okay, it will separate from the product. So this is the reaction. This we can explain it as like this. Okay, just for your understanding. No.
আমি নোটছখিনি লিখি লওঁ ন এতিয়া
মই দিম
আচ্ছা
I'll send PDF, don't worry. I'll send PDF of every note. Okay, there are 3 students from Nepal, I guess, right? One is Monica something. Are you there? Okay, let me see. Monica Tamang, and 2 more are there, no? So if you see, our class will be over, no? For today, all the syllabus is completed. It is done. So if you have you can take the CR. Please please send the routine class syllabus in the group. Okay, send it to her also. So if Monica, if you have and your 2 friends, there are 2 more students from Nepal, no? So if you have any doubts from any of the chapters, please ask me. I will give the links to the videos, okay, that are already taken. I can give the links to the class videos, okay, that is already taken. I have recorded it and I have the records. Okay, any chapter, if you have any doubts, you can ask me. You can text me personally also. Okay, you can text me in WhatsApp and I'll give you the links. Okay, because otherwise this whole syllabus is already completed. Okay, if you have doubts from any of the chapters or all the chapters also, you can ask me for videos. Okay, I'll send you the videos and you can watch the videos and you can ask me for doubts later. All right, so do that. I'm talking about 3 students. There are from Nepal. Okay, so now the factors affecting enzyme activity. Factors affecting enzyme activity. So there are factors which affects the enzyme activity. Enzyme activity means enzymes functioning. Okay, how much fast it will function, or like the speed of the whole process. Okay, so there are factors there are things which can affect the enzyme activity. Those are, first is temperature and pH, and then second is change in substrate concentration. Okay, first is temperature and pH, and second is concentration of substrate. Okay, for just don't go through all this writing stuff. Okay, just listen to me. Only one point each you have to remember. One point each. That will be very easy. So what happens for an enzyme to be at its best? Okay, means at its full speed or at its best action. For an enzyme to be at its best action, the temperature and pH needs to be in optimum. Needs to be optimum means there needs to be a particular there is an optimum temperature for for each enzyme. There is an optimum temperature. Optimum temperature means, for example, our body temperature is some 37 degrees Celsius. It is an optimum temperature, right, for our body. So for every enzyme there is an optimum temperature and pH. So when it is asked what should be the temperature and pH for the best enzyme activity, so you have to write the pH and temperature should be in optimum. Okay, see this one, optimum temperature and optimum pH should be there. Okay, then only the enzyme will show its highest activity or its best activity. Okay, so the factors affecting enzyme activity are temperature and pH, and second is concentration of substrate. So the temperature needs to be optimum and the pH also needs to be optimum. Okay, and it cannot go above and below. Like the temperature, it cannot rise, or the pH, it cannot rise, and it cannot go down also. Okay, it needs to be at that optimum temperature. And then concentration of the substrate. So what is about the concentration of the substrate? So see, when the substrate concentration it increases, the speed of the enzyme action or enzyme activity, that also increases. Okay, it is directly proportional. When the substrate concentration will increase, then the velocity of enzyme action will also increase. Okay, remember that. So when more substrate concentration, when substrate concentration will go high, velocity of the enzyme activity will also go higher. Okay, and when substrate concentration will go low, the enzyme action activity will also come down. Okay, it is directly proportional. So those are the factors. You don't have to memorize each and every line like that. Okay, just whatever I told now, that only remembering that only will be enough. And now these are the types of enzymes. Okay, these are the types of enzymes. There are the enzymes are divided into 6 classes. You have to memorize the names, no other way. Okay, memorize the names. First is oxidoreductase, also known as dehydrogenase. Okay, so what happens, this oxidoreductase enzyme, it helps to catalyze the reaction between two substrates. Okay, if there are two substrates, it will help to catalyze the reaction, means the reaction will happen, between both the substrate, the reactions will happen. So that reaction is what to say, control, or you can say done by this enzyme, that is oxidoreductase, this type of enzyme. It is a class of enzyme, okay, that is oxidoreductase, also known as dehydrogenase. Then there is transferase, second type of second class of enzymes. What is the function of the transferase? Here it is written, enzymes catalyzing a transfer of a group between a pair of substrate. Means you can remember it as transferase. It helps in transfer of groups. Okay, it helps in transfer of groups. Transferase, in the name itself it is written transferase. Transferase is an enzyme, and it this helps in transfer of groups, okay, between substrates. Like the two substrates are there, two substrates, so it will help in transfer of groups from this substrate to this to this, like that, okay. Then there is hydrolase, then there is lyase, isomerase, ligase. Okay, so these are the 6 classes of enzymes. Ligase, it is responsible for linking two compounds. Ligase, it acts as a glue. Okay, it acts as a glue. It helps in linking of two enzymes. But just remember, at least remember the names. Okay, and try to remember the definitions. What it does. The 6 names, that is oxidoreductase, transferase, hydrolase, lyase, isomerase, and ligase. Okay. So just remember for ligase, remember this one, it helps in linking two compounds. Okay, it means it acts as a glue. This is important. Then transferase, by the name only you will remember, and oxidoreductase helps to catalyze two substrate groups. Okay, others just leave it, because this will be a little bit tough for you. Just try to read it once. Okay, this all, and this one also go through once, read, but just remember whatever point I mentioned, that is when the substrate concentration increases, the velocity of enzyme action will also increase. And for temperature and pH, it needs to be in an optimum temperature, and optimum pH needs to be maintained in order to get the highest activity of the enzyme. Okay, and if it is asked just to name the factors of enzyme activity, you have to name temperature and pH, then second, concentration of substrate. First is temperature and pH, second is concentration of substrate. Okay, this portion, nature of enzyme, just give a reading. No need to by heart all this. This is the definition. Okay, you know, like long questions will not come from this chapter. Okay, just you can expect short answers, or you can expect like 1-mark questions, or just it might be asked to write the names of the classes, so remember the names, so like that only. Okay, so our syllabus is done. Okay, you go through all this chapter also. I will give the notes today. Okay, I'll send the notes today. If you go through all the portions that are being taught, all the chapters, I guess there are 7 or 8 chapters, all the chapters that are being taught, I'll send the routine again. Carly is there? Carly?
Yes, ma'am.
Other, like there are I talked of the Nepal students. No, are they in the main group, the zoology theory group? Are they present in that
Yes,
group?
ma'am.
Yes, all
Yes,
the
ma'am.
3. No, three of them are there.
Uh, I know only Monica Tamang, ma'am.
Okay, she can
There was one.
assure the others also. Okay, okay. You do. I will send. Okay. I'll send the routine, not routine again. Syllabus. I'll send the syllabus again in that group. Okay, for those who don't have, and
Okay, ma'am.
specifically for not only for the Nepal students, others also. If you have any doubts from any chapters, please come forward, or if you have missed a class, you want the class links, videos, then please ask, or just go through all the chapters, and if you have any doubts from any of the chapters, please ask, and let the CR know, or you can let me personally know, so that I'll arrange a class. Okay, but otherwise There is no point of taking regular classes from now on, because since the syllabus is already done. Okay, if you have any doubts, please let me know, then I will take the class. Okay, whenever you have doubts,
Okay, ma'am.
Carly also can let me know, or others, if they want to let me know personally, you can also text or call, whatever. I'll then only take the class. Okay, otherwise just sitting here and asking for doubts is of no use. So just go through. Next class we will have on Monday. No, so go through everything. If you have doubts, you tell me, then I will take the class on Monday. Otherwise I will not take class. You can give me the attendance. I'll upload the attendance. Okay, from now on. But and if you have doubts, then only I'll take the class. All right. Just go through all the chapters. Go through all the chapters. And this chapter I'll send the notes today. Okay, go. Don't waste your time.
Attendance.
Attendance, please give it in the chat box, everyone. If you have not, don't give it multiple times, just once. Give in the chat box. Also, there are some late comers, no? So people who came so late, so for them also, maybe they have missed the initial few classes. So if you want videos for those classes, I can give you the videos, and any doubts also from there you can ask me personally. I'll conduct a class and you can ask me there. Okay, you can leave, those who have given you attendance.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.